Andrew. I'm Andrew. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Genesis and then some theories I have on some other things. I would like to start with a statement that in its beauty, all wait, sorry, uh, it had dominion over all except itself. For all in its beauty reflected, even wicked were made fair. And in my opinion, referring to God. That I wrote that, but I think that's an accurate description. Um, it created firmaments it couldn't see, yet were there. Uh, like different levels of maybe even just thought or theory. Um, I think in the Bible in Genesis, when it says the fowls of the air were made in His kind, it's talking about the ones with wings, the angels. Man was made in His image, and a unique image, in His image, in God's image. With dominion and other things. And then the whales were made in their image, as if He's pointing at something. And since there's like heaven, the birds, earth, in His image and their image, um, that. So it's like good, neutral, then evil is like the ocean, the sea, and he's talking about the whales are made in their image. The thing about whales, they're like encumbersome. They take up more space than they're worth. They're probably a valuable part of the ecosystem, or at least in the past. They're probably like remnants of dinosaur ancestry or something. But I don't know if any of that's true. But like, I think he's talking about demons. But they aren't demons. They were just made to create balance. But they're the representational ship so that man can see what it is that's out there. Like, you see on a map, here there be monsters, here are pirates. Um, so they see the representational ship of ideas. Um, God in the Garden of Eden, since he was with Adam and Eve, I think was trying to prove to them that he was parallel to them. He's like, I created these things, but you get to name them. He's also trying to show duality of things by creating Eve. He's like, this is the opposite of you, but it's you in every way. It's part of you. And to try to add more to themselves, like mathematically, they like put on clothes after they ate the apple to say like they were more now. They were also trying to like they were since they were ashamed of being naked. They saw their nakedness, but like they tried to add more, and they went to God, or God came to them, and they didn't add any more to themselves other than like clothing. Um, and then in the flood, God attempted to show that they were like parallel to Him again by raising them up to the heavens. Um, and then God would be like floating up there in heaven, and He raised the water so that the ark would be like parallel to Him again. And then Noah got the commandments of the rainbow, or Noah's laws, or whatever they're called. I forget. There's like 7 orders from the rainbow or whatever. Um, but I think the flood is a reference to the flood to come of the and at the end there would be like a ray of light, probably God, of the Nephilim, the fallen ones. Uh, and the reason they're called the fallen ones, I think, is perhaps not only did they fall, but they were meant to. Not only like to prove that things are like given to temptation, but the ones that were on Earth and killed by man or sacrificed themselves for man, the good ones even. They were meant to teach lessons or show the lessons or be there of conquering, basically. Ezekiel 32:27, I read, not from the Bible, but I was reading a book on the Dead Sea Scrolls. It says, they lie with the warriors, the Nephilim of old, who descended to Sheol, with their weapons of war. Basically, they fell with the men they conquered because they, like, tortured them. They saw, and other people saw the iniquity of their ways, and Ezekiel, God tells Ezekiel to prophesy against everyone, that he will destroy a third of them, A third of them will die by famine, a third of them will die by war, and a third of them will be scattered across the nations, basically. And in Genesis 6, it says, because of man's wickedness there was a flood. Perhaps they knew what good having favor with the sons of God would do them, so they offered wives to gain. Oh, this is my opinion. Because of man's wickedness there was a flood. This is my opinion. Perhaps they knew what was good having favor with the sons of God would do for them, so they offered wives to gain favor and mediums brought to their level. So basically, it's like you see someone's more capable of you, but they don't want to help you, so you offer them like your wife. Horrible situation. Um, and then through that, you get like Hercules, and Hercules is like a demigod, so he would be like helping people while trying to prove himself to his higher power, his higher lineage, his higher bloodline. But he's doing it by helping people. He's humbling himself. So there's that. Um, and if the whales represent the demons and the waters, the firmament below Earth where humans live, which it would be hell, hell rises. And at the end of hell rising and destroying everything, a great war maybe, um, there's light at the end, and a new order is established. Um, so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you.